In the beginning, there were cage nuts. And then the people said, we can do better. Hi, I'm Willie. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. If this is your first time here, please go down and click subscribe. If you are a return viewer subscriber or you're that new person, thank you very much. I do appreciate each and every one of you. If you need IT consulting, go to williehowe.com, fill out that contact form, and someone will be in touch with you as soon as possible. Once again, I do appreciate each and every one of you. What we're going to talk about today is /dev/mount. And if you haven't been following me on social media, just to give you a little bit of an idea of what it is, it's a mounting system for racks, like the one I've got here behind me, with the square holes, not the pre-drilled. I'm not a fan of the pre-drilled holes. I've got a couple of them, but mostly I like to use these with the blank rails. So let's take a look at our options, and we'll explain a little bit about what everything's about. All right, so when we first started using these racks, we had these finger busters, as we call them, because not all of us had the tool. There is a tool that you can use for standard cage nuts, but I don't have one because I don't use these if I can avoid it. So they had just a metal clip on them, and you had to compress that and slide that in the rail. You've seen these. We're not going to spend too much time on it. Then what happened, and I'm not 100% sure because I haven't done the research, but at some point, these two products came out. Now, I don't know if rack studs came before click nuts, but this is the Chatworth click nut. And if you've seen my video on it, you know it is a huge, huge, huge improvement over the standard cage nut. They've got the spring here. You compress it and slide that into the rack. You can go back and look at my video on that. And their claim on this is that it holds just as much weight as a standard cage nut. And then we had the rack studs, and you know that I'm a huge fan of rack studs because we can put these in, and it literally provides this stud that sticks out and allows us to self-mount hardware. Well, the folks over at Patchbox decided that click nuts and rack studs needed to have a baby, and that's what this is. This is the /dev/mount. And it's been a while since I've really been excited about a piece of metal like this. This is a very, very nice way to mount equipment. So what we're going to do, first you can see it's got the two metal studs. And then here is the latch mechanism for the rack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the camera up over here at the rack. We're going to install this, and then you're going to see that I can install a 48-port edge switch very easily by myself. So let's get to it. These things are fantastic. All right, so here you can see that we have the rail on the rack, and I'm only going to show you how to put this in one side, and then I'm going to put the other side in, and then we'll take a look at it. But here on the CN Matrix EX 2016M-P, which I'll be doing a video on here shortly, I am already using the /dev mount on this piece of equipment that I can't talk about. I do have the click nuts, and then on my UDM Pro, I am using the rack studs, and then the rest of the rack is pretty much rack studs all the way up. But we're going to start integrating some of these other products. In fact, when I sell racks and equipment, I'm going to choose one of these as a standard, but I think that we can all agree that the standard cage nuts that come with manufacturer's equipment, we don't want to use those because they suck. All right, so I'm going to attempt to do this part one-handed. So I have the /dev/mount. I'm going to insert it into the U where I want to use it. And you can see right here, there's that metal lip that comes out of that center. And then over here is the part that's going to secure it. And the studs are sticking out through the hole. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to push that over. And if you heard that pop, now you can see that that is securely mounted in the rack. So I'm going to put the other side in, and then we're going to mount this switch. All right, so real quick, the /dev/mount is in this side and is in this side. So I'm going to set the camera back a little bit, and you're going to see that this pretty hefty edge switch right here can be now handled pretty easily. Oh, the other thing I guess that I didn't show is that the nut on these is all metal as well. This is fantastic. So let's get this switch installed. All right, so I can't see the camera. This is my first time trying to do this, but like this. However, if you have handled an Edge Switch 48 or any larger switch, you know that they are pretty hefty. So all I'm going to do now, since I have the /dev in there, is I put the switch in. The studs are through, so now I don't have to worry about the switch falling down. And so I can a little bit relax. All I have to do is make sure the back doesn't fall. And pro tip, on the bottom of these, if you're installing equipment, if you install the bottom stud first, that will stop the switch from completely falling. And then you can kind of take your time, but you can see how easy I was able to single-handedly put this switch in there. Now, there is a little bit of, stuff on the back, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my drill. Thought I was going to take my drill. I'm just going to hold it up. I'm going to hand tighten these. I have to find the exact nut driver that'll fit those, but even hand tight, I mean, there's very little wiggle, very little play, so just tighten these up. But yeah, one person can very easily mount these. So I'm assuming, because they are metal, that they've got a similar, what did Chatsworth call it? The seismic load. So some physics that I'm not 100% sure on. But that's it. It is now mounted. All right, so before we close, I'm going to put a link to /dev/mount down there. I do want to thank the American distributor for sending this out. However, this is a sample kit, and any of you can go out and request a sample kit. It comes with 4 of the stud units and then 8 nuts. So I'll put a link to that. So feel free to go check this out, make your own judgments. I think they are really onto something here. So I do want to thank them for sending those over. Go get your own sample. I mean, they're awesome. So I'm very happy with it, and I think I'm probably going to buy another bag and finish out the rack, and as we look at our other racks, see exactly what I want to use, but I'm thinking I'm probably going to go with this. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, please subscribe, please comment and share, please follow me on Twitter and Instagram. If you need IT consulting, go to williehowe.com, fill out that contact form, and someone will be in touch with you as soon as possible. If you'd like to support the channel by using our affiliate links, don't feel pressured to do that, but they are down below. Once again, I want to thank all of you for being here, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.